Hi, and welcome to my alternative reality. This week we'll be looking at part 2 of our amazing yoga ashram story. We'll also be introducing you to the fabulous world of steampunk. By the way, it's not what happens when a punk reaches boiling point. Stay tuned and enjoy the trip. Next up is part 2 of Belinda's spiritual journey into the inner sanctums of the Rockford Yoga Ashram. Prepare to be stretched.
If someone comes to the ashram, it's expected of them to join in every class, or can they just come and observe?
I say, you've chosen to come to an ashram. You don't go to a hotel and not drink, do you? Yeah. So you've chosen to come to an ashram, so therefore I encourage people to experience and enjoy whatever they can. So when I'm talking to somebody, I usually say, what are you looking for? And then I can facilitate. If they need to rest more, it's here. Look, she's sitting by the dam just resting. If people are energetic and restless, then work's very good. It helps them to settle. If people can't sleep, they usually need a bit more activity. Helps them to be, at the end of the day, to sleep better. There's many, many ways. It's like yoga for everybody.
And it's not like wisdom is going to somehow, erase all of the sadness about that. That's not the point. Of course you're going to feel sad by losing, a baby or a loved one or your own health. But to have a little bit of wisdom of understanding that things change, that you can't count on, even in this day and age, you can't count on for sure a baby being born.
So what is it actually that you teach? You teach meditation here, or Buddhism? Or?
Yeah, I teach Buddhism, and of course when you're teaching Buddhism, you're inevitably teaching meditation. Meditation's a major part of Buddhism. We teach various sorts of things. Right now we're teaching a course on how to overcome and transform your mental afflictions, what we call mental afflictions, things like pride, envy, jealousy, anger, desire, things like that, and things that disrupt these emotions that disrupt our peace of mind, and how to combat them.
And do you think ashram lifestyle helps you to combat these types of?
Well, definitely. It's a kind of a laboratory here, isn't it? It's a kind of a safe zone, where a refuge where you can go and escape the hustle and bustle of ordinary life, and check in, and they cook your food for you, and they give you very nice accommodations, simple but nice. There's no televisions here, there's no cell phone reception much, and no internet, and so people can finally come and unplug and relax and think about the meaning of life.
Could you please tell us the meaning of your name?
Okay, my name was given to me by Swami Satyananda in 1977, and Prem is love, Shakti is energy. So my full name is actually Swami Prem Shakti Saraswati.
So it means love energy?
Yeah, Shakti, you hear Shakti a lot, it's energy, yeah. Since 1977 I've been within the Satyananda tradition,
Yes.
but I've actually been here in Rockland since 2007 full time.
Oh, wonderful. And you also give classes here?
Yeah, I teach fairly regularly, weekend courses, general yoga classes during the week.
And you also spend quite a bit of time in
Yeah, well,
this
this is
beautiful
my
garden.
I like working in the garden.
Look at the beautiful job she's done.
Well, with a lot of help from a lot of people that come up during the week, and they also learn skills, which is really useful.
So there was a course you were saying that you run and that helps them get involved?
There's a course here called Living Consciously, and so people come and they have topics every day, just self-awareness topics, and then during the day they'll have a couple of hours in the garden or kitchen, and they learn how to be mindful when you're working, actually,
And they really enjoy it. They feel very satisfied.
Yeah, they do, because like you live in the city, you've got all these walls around you, and it's so nice to get out in nature and just imbibe. Some people don't even know what a carrot looks like growing.
What's your favourite part of the garden?
My favourite part? I like planting the seeds. When you plant, here's a seed house in here where we grow the seeds. And I love planting the seeds, and I plant on the moon, and then you can see them when they come up. I like to see them grow from seeds. It's beautiful. It really feels worthwhile.
lots of people go home and their first thing they say is they clean up their house. They throw out a lot of junk.
Oh yes, yeah, that
And,
makes a difference when
yeah.
your house is less cluttered and clean.
Yeah. So, you know, unclutter yourself, unclutter your mind, unclutter your existence all around you, simplify it. Take from something like this some regularity back home. Food, sleep, practice. And whatever they've done here, I say do it at home. Do that mindfulness at home, because it's a different playground there. It's using the tools, which is the transition.
Okay.
And the tools are simple.
Yeah.
Very simple. And Satyananda Yoga is very practical.
Yes.
Very practical for all people, all walks of life.
So the way I put this nowadays is the spiritual life isn't to become better than others, but to become better for others.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's segment on the Satyananda Ashram. I'm Belinda from Maha's Alternative Reality and hope to see you soon. Namaste.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, spaghetti, pasta, put it in the pizza, fish sticks, put it in the pizza, ketchup, put it in the pizza, meatloaf, put it in the pizza, 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 give me pizza. Add some tacos. Ole! I want pizza.
Recently, our reporter Kirsty rocked up to the biannual Chaps and Steampunk picnic. What is this steampunk? Kirsty investigates.
Hey, I'm Kirsty from Maha's Alternative Reality, and today it's all about top hats, tea and goggles as we check out the biannual Chaps and Steampunk picnic. So let's get to the bottom of what steampunk really is and have a look around. So steampunk is defined in so many different ways. How would you define steampunk?
I guess it's kind of Victorian sort of old-fashioned. So it gives you excuse to dress up like they did back in the day. A bit of fun. And you feel very ladylike.
And is the shisha pipe traditionally a steampunk activity?
Not as far as I know. It could be.
Alright, so I'm going to give this shisha pipe a go. It's not typically Edwardian or Victorian, but you know, it's a bit of fun, so let's see how we go.
Anything coming out? Might be too much.
It tastes sort of appley and it's yummy.
Is that
Like vanilla or something. Yeah, not too bad. So, Robert, who are some of your recommended Victorian authors that, you know, if people wanted to get into the scene and have a bit of a read that they could look at?
I don't know, can you go old school like Jules Verne? I mean, that's pretty much, when people say steampunk's really, really confusing because it has a little bit to do with steam and not really much to do with punk at all.
Yeah.
If you said neo-Victorian or neo-Edwardian, so people looking at an alternative history where the internal combustion engine perhaps either isn't invented or doesn't take off, so people are still using steam. There is electricity, but it's in its early days. So for a lot of people, I guess it's kind of a form of escapism, early science fiction, I guess. Doing things differently.
So it's like you've taken your favourite parts from the Victorian era and just brought
and
it.
reconstructed the best bits that you like, yeah.
So thanks a lot to Vanessa and Robert for talking to me this afternoon. Hope you enjoy the rest of your picnic.
Thank you.
Something wicked this way out, something in the night. Something wicked that way went, one enough for fright. Something wicked this way out, something isn't right.
So with this steampunk style, do you incorporate this into your everyday life, or is it just something that you use for events like this?
Well, I usually don't in summer because lots and lots to wear on a really hot day. In winter,
Like today?
yeah, in winter I usually make an effort to wear a vest and my boots and things like that.
So how long does it take you to get ready in the morning?
I could possibly get ready within an hour if I'm pushing myself. But usually I like to make sure I at least get 2 hours within that.
Wow. And with the gadgets, is it quite important for steampunk that they're functional?
Yes, I think so. Some people might argue that just sticking cogs on things can make something steampunk, but I see things that are just purely ornamental, like they're cast to look like they have cogs.
Right.
And it just annoys me because it's like going, but that's not the true spirit of steampunk, because usually with the spirit of steampunk is it's making the effort to put things together and figuring out how it works.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So what do you draw inspiration from for your steampunk style?
Oh, well, for me, my favourite thing of inspiration is a webcomic called Girl Genius, and a lot of steampunkers would probably know about that webcomic because it's just such an amazing personification of the steampunk world.
So you girls all look absolutely gorgeous today, but can I get your top 3 steampunk tips?
Yeah, okay. Usually, most people I know when they're starting out to do the steampunk culture, they get a vest, and that you put on a vest and most of the time you look relatively steampunky. Also get a pocket watch of some kind, just because it's good to have a working gadget on you, because like everything should be functional.
Yeah.
And the third one is just grab whatever you've got, spray it brass and stick cogs on it. That's pretty much why it's steampunk.
Well, there you go. If you want to get into the steampunk vibe, you just have to buy the latest watch and spray paint it copper. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you later. Have a great day.
Close to 5 feet. Texas rat snakes are going to be one of the largest snakes that you find in the Metroplex area. What the Mr. Frodo!
Hey, so I'm talking to Oscar. So Oscar, what got you into steampunk and how long have you been sort of into it?
Well, I've been into it for about a year, just over a year. I went along to the Clockwork Butterfly launch, which is a clothing designer in Melbourne, and I just really dug the aesthetics.
Just like Ethan, but without the sodomy.
Do you incorporate steampunk style in your everyday lifestyle?
I try to as much as I can. Get some interesting looks if I go around in complete steampunk gear all the time, but I like to pull off what I can, so I'm always wearing big heavy boots and wear pinstripes all the time.
So tell us a little bit about Steam Up. This is your event that you're putting on.
Yeah, so it's a burlesque cabaret show. It's got a little bit of everything steampunk. So we've got Richard Vegas, a well-known magician who put on his own event last year, Time Machine. We've got Kerry X, Lucinda Liu, and Miss Deviant, who are pretty well-known burlesque performers. We've got a cabaret song done by Madame Natalia, and a folk singer called Martin Pearson is doing a song. We also have a newcomer to the scene, Brenton, Professor Burnside, doing a demonstration of some sort of steam machine.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Do you know what kind of steam machine, or what's typical for steampunk?
I have no idea. Apparently it's going to be something spectacular. I have not seen it yet.
We'll have to get along to check it out. So where is this event being held?
It's at Red Benny's on Chapel Street on February 10. Doors at 7 and shows should start about 8.
We will see you there. Thank you very much.
Not a problem.
After a days in the full of a man, one day this will heal again. Beasts grow forth through the desert clay. A mankind will be nature's prey.
Okay, so I'm talking to Mike, who is the birthday boy of this event today. What inspired you to do a steampunk picnic birthday?
Well, I'm quite fascinated with the Victorian and Edwardian sort of period, and my boss that you were talking to before, Robert, he and I do a lot of functions doing steampunk stuff, and so I've done a bit of steampunk DJing and get dressed up, and as a reenactor I wanted to do a different sort of period than the medieval ones that we usually do, and we thought, well, it's Melbourne summer, let's get the Pims open and get the tweed jackets out and do it proper Edwardian picnic sort of style.
Absolutely, it's worked very well for you. We were playing a bit of bocce before.
Yeah.
Is that typical for these kinds of events to have sort of Edwardian, Victorian games?
Yeah, definitely. If you took a picnic out, you'd have games like the bowls we were playing, probably croquet, and yeah, we've got some cricket and stuff. They'd probably go out, the gentlemen, and probably have a bit of a bat at the cricket, have a tea break, and drink some Pims, and then probably forget about the games and get a bit happy on the liquor, and then probably go back to the games when they can.
So I've played some bocce, I've drunk some Pims, and we've had an awesome, relaxing day, learning some fashion tips and learning about the whole scene of steampunk. But it's been your birthday, your special occasion. Have you enjoyed it?
I've had a fantastic day. Just been hanging out in the sun, sitting in the shade, trying to get Europe back to Australia, and just drinking some Pims, playing some games. It's been a good day.
It certainly has. I hope you've learnt a lot about steampunk and the chaps as well, who have been looking very dapper. I'm Kirsty, and thank you for watching Maha's Alternative Reality.
A week or every other day, we'll be building muscular strength. That's what this video is about. Beauty and strength. This is connected to everything in life. Connected to victory and happiness. Victory and happiness is the most important thing for everyone. Okay, let's go.
Thanks for watching the episode. I hope it turned you on. If you want to learn or see more, or be one of our alternative home viewers, check out our Facebook page or YouTube channel. And remember, let your freak flag fly!